Hello guys, it's Teenage Marvel Fan back in another video, and Sony has been making Marvel movies with the Spider-Man characters that they own for a while now, including like Venom, Morbius is supposed to come out next year, as well as Venom, Let There Be Carnage. We're supposed to be getting a Spider-Woman movie, maybe a Craven movie, and then also the Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home movies are also technically part of this universe that has been formed with these characters and movies here. So you can count them as part of that. But anyway, like I said, this is a universe of these characters. Like, they all take place in one universe, similar to the MCU, where all 23 MCU movies take place in one universe. But we've never really known what to call this universe, because like with the Disney Marvel MCU movies, we call it the MCU, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But with this universe of movie characters, there's never really been an official name until now. I mean, usually people would just call it something like the Spider-Verse, or the Venomverse, or the Spider-Man Cinematic Universe, or something like that. But the most popular and the closest to an official name that we had for this was the SUMC, which of course stands for Sony's Universe of Marvel Characters. But now IGN, in an interview, caught up with some head executives at Sony or something, and they asked him what the official name for this universe is. And their answer is Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel Characters, which would be SPUMC. So it's literally the same thing we were calling it before, with a P in the middle of it. Now, I wish they would have come up with a better name than this. I mean, I already thought the SUMC was a bad enough name, but SPUMC, that doesn't make things any better. It's definitely not as catchy as the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel Characters. It's just not as catchy. You know, honestly, it would have been better if they just called it something like the Spider-Man Cinematic Universe. That would be like the SMCU. That'd be a little easier to say. And I mean, that's basically what this thing is. It's a cinematic universe of Spider-Man related characters. And that's what all these movies are about. So of course, all these characters also and these movies also kind of take place in the MCU, at least from what we can tell so far. We don't have official confirmation on that, but I'm pretty sure they do. So all these movies also take place in the MCU, but at the same time they're separate. So that's why we're going to have this kind of thing going on where it's like Tom Holland's Spider-Man and MCU characters can cross over into the Sony movies. Like, maybe we'll see Blade appear in Morbius movies one day. But Sony's Marvel characters cannot cross over into MCU films, as far as we can tell so far. So yeah, this isn't really big news for us. I mean, Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel Characters, like I said, not much of a difference from Sony's Universe of Marvel Characters. But I guess it is good to finally have an official name for it now. Even though it's kind of a crappy name, at least it's still a name that we can call it whenever we reference this universe now. But, I mean, the name doesn't really matter that much, just as long as the movies are good. That's what matters. So I am looking forward to Morbius and Venom, Let There Be Carnage, which now aren't coming out until next year. But I'm definitely excited to see those movies, and I'm excited to see how the future of this universe plays out and how it ties into the MCU and all that stuff. But anyways, guys, what do you think about this news? Can you think of any names that would have been better for this universe of Sony's Marvel characters, whatever? But yeah, so thanks so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hope to see you next video, so I can bestow all Marvel knowledge upon you.